TRX, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, first of all, if you refer to my last analysis when the price was here, we mentioned we can expect this one to give us a drop, and as we can see, this is what happened. And if we refer to the indicators, we don't have any information, but anyway, we're looking at this correction. We want to see how we can look for trade. Okay, first of all, we start with higher time frame. We start with daily chart. All right, if you move to daily chart, we don't have anything to discuss. The only thing is whether we get a correction or not. But the question is whether this is the start of the up move or still we can expect this one turn to correction relative to this. That's why in my last analysis, we mentioned we can expect the price to consolidate here. From now, if we want to look for trade based on lower time frame, we should know that maybe we get the bigger correction here because the V's chart was really sharp. Before we get the reversal, we can expect to price to consolidate within this range. All right. The only reason I want to mention this that if we want to look for trade based on lower time frame, we should have the, if we get any trade we see is not moving, we should have the proper management. And even if we can see based on forward chart after the breakout of the previous top, we get the divergence. But how about MACD? MACD doesn't show us divergence. We have two different results. Now the question is whether we can put this one in relative to this for the next move or not. For me, still I'm looking for this correction. Still I'm looking for buy. Still we can look for trade. Any trade setup based on 1 hour chart for buy, we will take it. But from now, what we're looking for continuation with the sharp move, not the corrective move. Okay. And based on forward chart, we don't have any trade setup. The best thing is we move to 1 hour chart. As we mentioned, we were expected the price to drop, and this is what we get, but we didn't have any trade setup for sell. Okay, from now, any reversal, we can look for buy. Either the price reverse from here, or even we get the correction, the price drop, we get the internal flat. All right, any buy setup from now, we will take it. And still, we can expect the price to drop to 0.1235. Okay, it doesn't mean we have to wait the price to drop to this level before we look for buy, but this is what I'm looking for. But after the breakout of this, then maybe we'll look at this structure differently. Anyway, any trade setup, either with a sharp move flag or having entry above this, we can look for trade. And if I get a trade, the first target is 0.138 following by 0.144 I'm looking for. All right, then it depends how the price reverse the move. If it's a sharp move, this is where I start to manage because we are looking for the long term. But if we see stand to a corrective move, we should know that even with the breakout of this low, this the previous stop, we have to start to manage it. Anyway, this if we get any trade, we're looking. This is the targets we're looking for. At least we start to manage when the price tag. Anyway, as I mentioned, it depends. The next move we get the buy. Is it I mean, the movement is with a sharp or corrective move. Then we can make a decision how we look whether this one can be long term, we can keep it, or we should trade it as a short, consider as a short term. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thank you.